Hey guys, welcome to the Pokemon. So in today's video we are gonna see, what if Ash met Cynthia in Alola? Part 2. Final. Before starting, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are interested in Pokemon fanfictions. Now without wasting any more time, let's dive in. After their victory at the Alolan Pokemon League, Cynthia and Ash set their sights on Pony Island, the most mysterious and rugged of Alola's islands. Known for its untamed wilderness, ancient ruins, and powerful Pokemon, Pony Island promised new challenges and discoveries. Their journey began with a ferry ride from Alola Island. As the ferry cut through the azure waters, Cynthia and Ash stood at the bow, the wind in their hair and the excitement of the unknown ahead of them. Pikachu and Garchomp were at their side, their expressions mirroring their trainers' anticipation. The island's landscape gradually came into view: jagged cliffs, lush forests, and the imposing peak of Pony Island's tallest mountain, vast Pony Canyon. The island's wild beauty was a stark contrast to the more developed regions they had visited, and it captivated them immediately. As they disembarked at Seafolk Village, the island's primary settlement, they were greeted by bustling activity. Seafolk Village was a floating community, with houses and shops built on boats and rafts. The village thrived on the sea's bounty, and the scent of saltwater mingled with the aromas of fresh seafood and exotic spices. Their first stop was the local Pokemon Center. Inside, Nurse Joy provided them with a map of Pony Island, highlighting key locations and points of interest. Cynthia and Ash thanked her and set off to explore the village. They wandered through the narrow walkways, marveling at the unique architecture and the colorful displays of fish and marine Pokemon. Seafolk Village is amazing, Ash said, his eyes wide with wonder. It's like a city on the water. Cynthia nodded, her gaze taking in the vibrant scene around them. It's incredible how people have adapted to living so closely with the ocean. There's a harmony here that's really special. Their exploration led them to the village's market, where traders and fishermen sold their wares. They sampled exotic fruits, admired intricate carvings made from coral and driftwood, and watched as skilled artisans crafted jewelry from seashells and pearls. Pikachu and Garchomp sniffed curiously at the displays, their interest piqued by the unfamiliar sights and scents. As the sun set over Seafolk Village, casting a golden glow over the water, Cynthia and Ash found a quiet spot to rest and plan their next steps. They spread out their map of Pony Island, discussing the various places they wanted to visit. Let's start with the Ruins of Hope, Cynthia suggested, tracing a path on the map. It's supposed to be a sacred place, dedicated to Tapu Fini, the island's guardian deity. We might learn something important there. Ash agreed, eager to explore the island's ancient ruins, and after that, we can head to vast Pony Canyon. I've heard it's a real challenge to get through, but I bet there are some amazing Pokemon there. With their plan set, they settled in for the night, the sounds of the village and the gentle lapping of waves lulling them to sleep. The next morning, they set out for the Ruins of Hope. The path led them through dense forests and along rocky cliffs, the air filled with the cries of wild Pokemon and the rustle of leaves in the breeze. The journey was challenging, but their excitement drove them forward. When they finally reached the Ruins of Hope, they were struck by the solemn beauty of the sight. The ruins were nestled in a secluded valley, surrounded by towering cliffs and cascading waterfalls. Ancient stone pillars and carvings marked the entrance, their surfaces worn smooth by time and the elements. Cynthia and Ash approached the entrance with a sense of reverence. Pikachu and Garchomp followed closely, their senses alert to the spiritual energy that seemed to permeate the air. They stepped inside, their footsteps echoing in the stillness of the ruins. The interior of the ruins was dimly lit, with shafts of sunlight filtering through cracks in the ceiling. Ancient murals adorned the walls, depicting scenes of Tapu Fini's protection of the island and its people. Cynthia and Ash marveled at the artistry and the stories they told, feeling a deep connection to the history and mythology of Pony Island. As they ventured deeper into the ruins, they came upon a large, circular chamber. In the center stood an altar, intricately carved from stone and adorned with offerings of flowers, shells, and other tokens of reverence. The air was thick with the scent of incense, and the atmosphere was charged with a sense of sacredness. Cynthia and Ash approached the altar, bowing their heads in respect. They placed their own offerings, flowers they had picked along their journey, on the altar, adding their prayers for guidance and protection. Pikachu and Garchomp watched quietly, their expressions reflecting the solemnity of the moment. As they stood in silence, the air around them seemed to shimmer, and a soft, melodic hum filled the chamber. Cynthia and Ash exchanged a glance, their hearts pounding with a mixture of awe and anticipation. The presence of Tapu Fini was palpable, a powerful reminder of the guardian deity's watchful presence over Pony Island. Their prayers complete, Cynthia and Ash made their way back to the entrance of the ruins. They paused to take in the view one last time, the ancient stone pillars silhouetted against the bright blue sky. The experience had left them with a profound sense of connection to Pony Island's spiritual heritage and a renewed sense of purpose for their journey. Leaving the ruins of hope behind, they set their sights on vast Pony Canyon. The path to the canyon was rugged and challenging, taking them through dense forests and across rocky outcrops. The air grew cooler as they ascended, and the landscape became more dramatic, with towering cliffs and deep ravines. Vast Pony Canyon was a breathtaking sight. The canyon stretched out before them, its sheer walls rising high above the canyon floor. The sound of rushing water echoed through the air, and the distant cry of wild Pokémon added to the sense of adventure that filled their hearts. Cynthia and Ash began their descent into the canyon, navigating the steep trails and rocky terrain with determination. Pikachu and Garchomp led the way, their agility and strength guiding them safely through the challenges of the canyon. Along the way, they encountered a variety of wild Pokémon, each encounter a test of their skills and teamwork. As they made their way deeper into the canyon, they came across a hidden grotto, its entrance concealed by a curtain of ivy and moss. Inside, they discovered a small, crystal-clear pool fed by a trickling waterfall. The grotto was a tranquil oasis, its still waters reflecting the sunlight that filtered through the canopy above. Cynthia and Ash took a moment to rest and replenish their supplies. They filled their canteens with fresh water and shared a meal of dried fruits and nuts, their spirits lifted by the beauty of the grotto and the serenity it offered. Pikachu and Garchomp frolicked in the shallow water, their laughter echoing through the grotto. As they prepared to continue their journey, they noticed a faint glow emanating from the depths of the pool. Curiosity piqued. Cynthia and Ash approached the water's edge and peered into the depths. To their amazement, they saw a shimmering object lying on the bottom of the pool. Without hesitation, Ash removed his shoes and waded into the water. The pool was cold, but he pressed on, determined to retrieve the mysterious object. He reached the bottom and grasped the object, carefully lifting it to the surface. Emerging from the water, Ash held up the object for Cynthia to see. It was a small, intricately carved stone, its surface adorned with ancient symbols and markings. The stone glowed with a soft, ethereal light, casting a gentle glow over their surroundings. "This is incredible," Cynthia said, her eyes wide with wonder. "It looks like some kind of artifact. I wonder what it means." Ash examined the stone closely, his mind racing with possibilities. Maybe it's a key or a clue to something important. We should take it with us and see if we can learn more about it. With the mysterious stone in their possession, Cynthia and Ash continued their journey through vast Pony Canyon. The challenges they faced only strengthened their resolve, each obstacle a testament to their determination and their unbreakable bond as trainers and friends. As they neared the end of the canyon, they encountered a group of trainers engaged in a heated battle. The trainers were skilled and experienced, their Pokémon displaying impressive strength and strategy. Cynthia and Ash watched with interest, eager to learn from the intense battles unfolding before them. When the battles concluded, the trainers noticed Cynthia and Ash's presence and greeted them warmly. They introduced themselves as members of a training group dedicated to mastering the challenges of Pony Island and pushing their Pokémon to new heights of strength and skill. Cynthia and Ash were invited to join the group for a training session, and they eagerly accepted. The session was intense, with each trainer and their Pokémon testing their limits and honing their abilities. Cynthia and Ash participated fully, their competitive spirits and desire to improve driving them to push themselves harder than ever before. The camaraderie and mutual respect among the trainers created a supportive and encouraging environment, and Cynthia and Ash found themselves inspired by the dedication and skill of their new friends. Pikachu and Garchomp thrived in the challenging atmosphere, their confidence and abilities growing with each battle. As the training session came to an end, the group gathered around a campfire to share stories and experiences. The trainers spoke of their own journeys, their triumphs, and the lessons they had learned along the way. Cynthia and Ash listened with rapt attention, grateful for the opportunity to learn from such skilled and passionate individuals. One of the trainers, a seasoned veteran named Kai, shared his insights into the training on Pony Island. His weathered features softened as he spoke, revealing a deep respect for the island and its formidable environment. Pony Island isn't just about strength, Kai explained, his voice thoughtful. It's about understanding the land and respecting the Pokémon that live here. You have to adapt and learn from the island's challenges. It's as much a test of character as it is of skill. Cynthia and Ash nodded, absorbing Kai's wisdom. The rugged terrain and unpredictable weather of Pony Island demanded more than just physical endurance. It required patience, adaptability, and a deep connection with one's Pokémon. Kai continued, "The wild Pokémon here are different. They're tougher, more attuned to the harsh conditions. If you want to earn their respect and trust, you need to show them you're worthy. It's about harmony, not just power." As the fire crackled and cast a warm glow over the group, Cynthia and Ash shared their own experiences from their journey through Alola. They spoke of the battles they had fought, the Pokémon they had encountered, and the lessons they had learned along the way. Pikachu and Garchomp listened intently, their eyes reflecting the bond they had forged with their trainers. Their conversation soon turned to the mysterious stone Ash had found in the grotto. He held it up, and the ethereal light it emitted drew curious glances from the trainers gathered around the fire. Kai examined the stone with interest. "I've heard of artifacts like this before. They say these stones can unlock ancient powers or lead to hidden places. It's possible this one has something to do with the island's legends." Cynthia's eyes sparkled with intrigue. Maybe it's connected to the guardian deities or the ancient ruins. There's a depth to Alola's history that we're only beginning to understand. Encouraged by the trainer's curiosity, Cynthia and Ash decided to visit Pony Island's famed kahuna, Hapu, to learn more about the artifact. With a renewed sense of purpose, they bid farewell to their new friends and set off toward Hapu's home, located near the Ruins of Hope. The journey to Hapu's home took them through the scenic secluded shore, a pristine stretch of coastline where the ocean's turquoise waves crashed against golden sands. The tranquility of the shore offered a stark contrast to the rugged challenges of vast Pony Canyon, and Cynthia and Ash found themselves appreciating the island's diverse landscapes all the more. As they approached Hapu's residence, they were greeted by a series of earthen mounds and stone structures that blended seamlessly with the natural surroundings. Hapu herself was tending to her Mudsdale, a powerful and imposing Pokémon with a calm demeanor. Her presence exuded a sense of wisdom and strength, and she greeted them with a warm smile. "It's good to see you, Cynthia and Ash," Hapu said, her voice carrying a hint of the island's rhythmic cadence. "I've heard about your victory at the Pokémon League. What brings you to Pony Island?" Cynthia and Ash explained their discovery of the mysterious stone and their desire to learn more about its significance. They handed the stone to Hapu, who examined it carefully, her eyes narrowing in concentration. "This is a Z stone," Hapu said after a moment, "but it's unlike any I've seen before. Its markings suggest it's connected to the island's ancient legends. Perhaps it has something to do with the ruins or the guardian deities." Hapu invited them to stay at her home while she researched the stone further. As they waited, Cynthia and Ash took the opportunity to explore the area around Hapu's residence. The rugged landscape offered stunning views of the ocean and the distant peaks of Pony Island, and they marveled at the island's untamed beauty. During their stay, Hapu shared stories of Pony Island's history and her own experiences as a kahuna. She spoke of the island's trials and the bond between trainers and their Pokémon, emphasizing the importance of harmony and respect in their relationships. "Strength alone isn't enough," Hapu said, her gaze steady. "You must be willing to listen and understand. That's how you truly connect with your Pokémon and the island itself." Cynthia and Ash listened intently, their respect for Hapu growing with each word. Her insights resonated with their own experiences, reinforcing the lessons they had learned throughout their journey. After a few days, Hapu approached them with a thoughtful expression. "I've consulted the island's elders and examined the stone closely. It appears to be a key to the altar of the sun and moon. Legends say that those who prove their worth can unlock the secrets of the altar and gain the blessing of the guardian deities." The altar of the sun and moon, a sacred site atop Pony Island's highest peak, was said to be a place of immense power and mystery. Intrigued by the possibility of uncovering ancient secrets, Cynthia and Ash decided to embark on a journey to the altar. Their path took them through the untamed wilderness of Pony Island, the terrain growing increasingly challenging as they ascended toward the peak. The air grew thin and cold, and the rugged landscape tested their endurance and determination. Pikachu and Garchomp pressed on, their loyalty and strength guiding them through the obstacles they faced. As they neared the altar of the Sun and Moon, they encountered a series of trials that tested their bond with their Pokémon and their understanding of the island's ancient traditions. Each trial was a reflection of the guardian deity's attributes: strength, wisdom, and harmony. The first trial tested their strength, challenging them to navigate a treacherous path lined with obstacles and wild Pokémon. Cynthia and Ash worked together, their coordination and teamwork allowing them to overcome each challenge with determination and skill. Pikachu's agility and Garchomp's power proved invaluable as they forged ahead, their spirits undaunted by the rugged terrain. The second trial required wisdom, challenging them to solve intricate puzzles that guarded the path to the altar. Cynthia's analytical mind and Ash's instinctive understanding of Pokémon battles allowed them to decipher the clues and navigate the labyrinthine passages. Their combined efforts revealed the way forward, and they pressed on with renewed confidence. The final trial tested their harmony, challenging them to demonstrate their bond with their Pokémon in a series of battles that required precise coordination and mutual trust. Cynthia and Ash faced formidable opponents, each battle pushing them to the limits of their abilities. Pikachu and Garchomp fought with unwavering determination, their bond with Cynthia and Ash shining through in every move they made. With the trials behind them, Cynthia and Ash finally reached the summit, where the altar of the Sun and Moon awaited. The altar stood as a majestic structure of stone and crystal, its surfaces etched with ancient symbols and runes. The sun's rays bathed the altar in a golden glow, casting a serene light over the surrounding landscape. Cynthia and Ash approached the altar with a sense of awe and reverence. They placed the mysterious stone on the altar's central pedestal, and the stone began to glow with a brilliant light. The air around them shimmered, and a powerful energy enveloped the altar, resonating with the ancient power of the guardian deities. In a dazzling display of light and energy, the altar activated, revealing a hidden chamber beneath the stone platform. Inside, they discovered a treasure trove of ancient artifacts, including a pair of ornate Z-rings and a set of rare Z-crystals. The Z-rings and Z-crystals glowed with a vibrant energy, their power resonating with the guardian deity's blessings. Cynthia and Ash exchanged a look of amazement and gratitude. The discovery of the Z-rings and Z-crystals was a testament to their journey through Pony Island and the trials they had overcome. It was a moment of triumph and fulfillment, a culmination of their determination and their bond with their Pokémon. As they took the Z-rings and Z-crystals, the guardian deity's presence seemed to fill the chamber, their energy a comforting and protective embrace. Cynthia and Ash felt a deep sense of connection to the island and its ancient traditions, their hearts filled with gratitude for the blessings they had received. With the Z-rings and Z-crystals in their possession, Cynthia and Ash descended from the altar, their spirits soaring with the promise of new adventures and discoveries. Pikachu and Garchomp walked by their sides, their loyalty and strength a constant reminder of the bond they shared. Returning to Hapu's home, they shared the news of their discovery and their gratitude for her guidance and support. Hapu congratulated them, her eyes shining with pride and respect for their achievements. "You've proven yourselves worthy of Pony Island's blessings," Hapu said, her voice filled with warmth. "May these Z-rings and Z-crystals guide you on your journey and strengthen the bond you share with your Pokémon." As Cynthia and Ash prepared to leave Pony Island, they felt a deep sense of fulfillment and gratitude for the experiences they had shared and the challenges they had overcome. The island had tested their strength, their wisdom, and their harmony, and they had emerged stronger and more united than ever before. Their journey through Pony Island had been a transformative experience, filled with moments of reflection, growth, and triumph. With the blessings of the guardian deities and the treasures of the altar of the Sun and Moon, they set sail for new horizons, their hearts filled with dreams of the adventures that awaited them. As the boat carried them away from Pony Island, the sun set on the horizon, casting a golden glow over the ocean. Cynthia and Ash stood at the bow, their eyes fixed on the distant shore, their hearts full of hope and excitement for the future. With Pikachu and Garchomp by their sides, they knew that their bond would carry them through whatever challenges lay ahead. Cynthia and Ash's journey across the Alolan seas brought them to Mele Island, their hearts filled with anticipation for new adventures. They intended to train harder, explore uncharted territories, and perhaps uncover more mysteries about the world of Pokémon. Their first destination on Mele Island was Hau'oli City. The bustling metropolis, a vibrant blend of modernity and tradition, greeted them with its lively streets and friendly inhabitants. Cynthia and Ash navigated through the bustling marketplaces, where vendors called out with the latest Pokeball models, rare berries, and exotic items from far-off regions. The Pokemon Center in Hau'oli City served as their base of operations. The familiar comfort of Nurse Joy's ever-helpful presence and the well-stocked facilities provided a welcome respite after their arduous trials on Pony Island. Here, they replenished their supplies, healed their Pokemon, and prepared for their next adventure. As they walked through the city, they noticed posters advertising an upcoming tournament at the Battle Royale Dome. Ash's eyes lit up at the prospect of intense battles and honing his skills further. Cynthia, too, felt the thrill of competition calling to her. "I think we should enter the tournament," Ash said, his voice brimming with excitement. "It's a great way to test our new Z-rings and Z-crystals." Cynthia nodded, sharing his enthusiasm. "Agreed. It'll be a good opportunity to see how far we've come and to push ourselves even further." They signed up for the tournament, eagerly anticipating the challenge. The Battle Royale format, a four-way free-for-all, promised unpredictable battles and a test of their strategic acumen. As they prepared, they refined their strategies, selecting their Pokemon with care and planning their tactics for the chaotic arena. The day of the tournament arrived, and the Battle Royale Dome buzzed with energy. Trainers from all over Alola gathered, each ready to prove their mettle. The massive stadium, filled with roaring fans, added to the electrifying atmosphere. Cynthia and Ash entered the arena, their names announced with fanfare. Their opponents included a formidable-looking trainer from Sinnoh with a fierce Gyarados, a local Alolan trainer with a nimble Lycanroc, and a seasoned veteran whose Vikavolt crackled with energy. The battle commenced with an explosion of action. Pikachu and Garchomp, alongside Cynthia and Ash, leapt into the fray, their movements a blur of speed and precision. Pikachu's Thunderbolt crackled through the air, disrupting the opposing Pokemon's formations, while Garchomp's Dragon Claw cleaved through the battlefield with powerful, sweeping strikes. Cynthia's calm strategic insights combined seamlessly with Ash's instinctive battle prowess. They adapted to the chaotic environment of the Battle Royale, countering attacks and exploiting openings with remarkable synergy. Their new Z-rings and Z-crystals added a layer of unpredictability to their strategies, allowing them to unleash powerful Z-moves that turned the tide of the battle. As the battle progressed, the arena erupted in cheers and gasps, the audience captivated by the intense exchanges and the display of skill. Cynthia and Ash's teamwork shone through as they coordinated their attacks, combining Pikachu's speed and Garchomp's strength to outmaneuver and overpower their opponents. In a climactic finale, Pikachu's Z-move, Gigavolt Havoc, and Garchomp's devastating Drake converged on the remaining opponents. The explosion of light and energy brought the battle to a spectacular end, leaving Cynthia and Ash as the last trainers standing. The stadium erupted in applause, the crowd roaring in approval of the hard-fought victory. Cynthia and Ash exchanged triumphant grins, their hearts pounding with exhilaration. They had not only proven their strength but had also solidified their bond as partners in battle. After the tournament, they were approached by Professor Kukui, who had been watching from the sidelines. His admiration for their performance was evident, and he invited them to his laboratory for a special discussion. At Professor Kukui's lab, they met with him and his wife, Professor Burnett. The professors expressed their congratulations and shared their observations on Cynthia and Ash's battle tactics and the use of their Z-moves. "Your coordination and use of Z-moves were exceptional," Professor Kukui said, his voice filled with pride. "You've truly mastered the essence of battling in Alola." Professor Burnett added, "We're studying the effects of Z-moves on Pokemon's physical and emotional states. Your bond with Pikachu and Garchomp seems to enhance the Z-move's power and precision." Cynthia and Ash listened with interest, eager to learn more about the deeper aspects of Pokemon battles and the mysteries of Z-moves. The discussion provided valuable insights, adding to their understanding of the unique battling techniques in Alola. Inspired by the professor's insights, Cynthia and Ash decided to continue their training and exploration across Mele Island. They visited various landmarks, including 10-Carat Hill, where they encountered wild Pokemon and honed their skills in rugged terrain, and the Mele Meadow, a vibrant expanse of flowers that offered a peaceful respite and opportunities to observe and catch new Pokemon. Their journey also took them to Iki Town, where they participated in a traditional Alolan festival. The festival celebrated the island's rich cultural heritage and featured traditional dances, games, and a showcase of local crafts and cuisine. Cynthia and Ash immersed themselves in the festivities, their appreciation for Alola's culture and history deepening with each new experience. In Iki Town, they met Kahuna Hala, who challenged them to a grand trial. The trial was a rigorous test of their battling skills and their bond with their Pokémon. Pikachu and Garchomp faced off against Hala's formidable team, including his powerful Hariyama. The battle was intense, with both sides demonstrating exceptional strength and strategy. Cynthia and Ash emerged victorious, their teamwork and strategic prowess earning them Hala's respect and the Z Crystal for the fighting type. The Fightinium Z. The Grand Trial reinforced their determination to continue growing and learning as trainers, and it strengthened their bond with Pikachu and Garchomp. As their time on Mele Mele Island drew to a close, Cynthia and Ash reflected on their journey and the lessons they had learned. They had grown as trainers and as friends, their bond forged in the fires of battle and the shared experiences of their adventures. Their next destination was Akala Island, a place known for its diverse ecosystems and the challenges of its fiery volcanoes and lush jungles. The ferry ride to Akala Island offered them a moment of calm reflection, the gentle sway of the boat and the vast expanse of the ocean providing a sense of peace and anticipation. Upon arriving at Akala Island, they were greeted by the island's natural beauty and vibrant landscapes. The island's diverse environments promised new challenges and discoveries, and Cynthia and Ash eagerly set out to explore. Their first destination was Heihea City, a bustling port town that served as the gateway to Akala Island. The city's picturesque harbor and bustling streets offered a lively introduction to the island, and Cynthia and Ash took the opportunity to visit the local Pokémon Center and gather information about the island's key locations. In Heihea City, they learned about the island's Kahuna, Olivia, and her focus on rock-type Pokémon. They decided to visit her shop, a well-known landmark in the city, to seek her guidance and challenge her to a grand trial. Olivia's shop, a blend of a jewelry store and a training facility, reflected her dual passion for gemstones and Pokémon. Olivia herself was a striking figure, her confidence and poise evident as she greeted Cynthia and Ash. "I've heard about your exploits in the Alolan League and on Pony Island," Olivia said, her voice warm and welcoming. "It's an honor to meet you both. I'd be happy to challenge you to a grand trial." The grand trial took place at the Akala outskirts, a rugged area known for its rocky terrain and powerful wild Pokémon. Cynthia and Ash faced Olivia's team, which included her formidable Lycanroc. The battle was a test of their adaptability and their ability to counter rock-type strategies. Pikachu and Garchomp fought with their usual determination, using their speed and power to overcome Olivia's rock-type defenses. The battle was intense, with both sides demonstrating exceptional skill and strategy. In the end, Cynthia and Ash emerged victorious, earning Olivia's respect and the Rockium Z, the Z Crystal for the rock type. With the grand trial behind them, Cynthia and Ash continued their exploration of Akala Island. They visited various landmarks, including the lush jungle, where they encountered wild grass-type Pokémon and honed their skills in the dense undergrowth, and the Wella Volcano Park, where they faced the challenges of the island's fiery landscapes and powerful fire-type Pokémon. Their journey also took them to the Ruins of Life, a sacred site dedicated to Tapu Lele, the island's guardian deity. The ruins were a place of spiritual significance, and Cynthia and Ash approached them with a sense of reverence and curiosity. They offered their respects to Tapu Lele, their hearts filled with gratitude for the island's blessings and the experiences they had shared. As they stood before the ancient altar, the air around them seemed to shimmer with a gentle, otherworldly light. Tapu Lele's presence was palpable, a comforting and protective aura that filled the ruins. Cynthia and Ash felt a deep sense of connection to the island's spiritual heritage and the guardian deities that watched over them. Leaving the Ruins of Life, they continued their exploration, their hearts filled with a sense of purpose and excitement for the adventures that awaited them. The diverse landscapes of Akala Island and the challenges they faced had deepened their bond with their Pokémon and strengthened their resolve to become the best trainers they could be. As Cynthia and Ash made their way through Akala Island, their path led them to the Battle Royal Dome, a massive structure renowned for hosting intense four-way Pokémon battles. The Battle Royal format, where 4 trainers and their Pokémon competed simultaneously, intrigued them, offering a new dimension to their battling skills. Eager to participate, they registered for a match, their excitement palpable as they prepared their teams. The Battle Royal Dome was a spectacle of lights, sounds, and eager spectators. As Cynthia and Ash took their places, they observed their opponents. a seasoned trainer with a sleek Incineroar, a young, energetic trainer with a speedy Alolan Raichu, and a calm, focused trainer with a sturdy Mudsdale. Pikachu and Garchomp stood ready, their eyes gleaming with determination. The match began with an explosion of movement and attacks, the arena alive with energy. Pikachu's quick movements and Garchomp's powerful strikes blended seamlessly as they navigated the chaotic battlefield. Cynthia and Ash quickly adapted to the dynamic environment, countering their opponent's strategies and coordinating their attacks to gain the upper hand. As the battle intensified, they unleashed their Z moves at pivotal moments. Pikachu's Catastropica and Garchomp's Continental Crush shattered the opponent's defenses, showcasing their mastery of the Z-Rings and Z-Crystals. The audience erupted in cheers, the spectacle of light and power captivating everyone present. In a stunning finale, Pikachu's final Thunderbolt incapacitated Incineroar, while Garchomp's Earthquake finished off Mudsdale and Alolan Raichu. The victory was decisive, and the arena reverberated with applause and admiration for their skill and teamwork. After the match, they were approached by the Battle Royal Dome's manager, who congratulated them on their performance and invited them to participate in future tournaments. Cynthia and Ash appreciated the recognition, but their minds were already set on their next destination, Alola Island. Their journey to Alola Island began with a ferry ride across the sparkling blue waters, the gentle breeze carrying the promise of new challenges and discoveries. Alola Island, known for its rugged terrain and powerful Pokémon, presented a different set of trials and opportunities. They arrived in Malie City, a bustling metropolis blending traditional architecture with modern amenities. The city's bustling streets and vibrant culture offered a rich tapestry of experiences, from traditional markets to cutting-edge Pokémon technology. They visited the local Pokémon Center to gather information about the island's key locations and challenges. Their first destination on Alola Island was Route 10, a mountainous path leading to the Hokulani Observatory. The observatory, perched high on the mountain, was renowned for its research on celestial phenomena and its role as a Pokémon training ground. As they climbed the rugged path, Cynthia and Ash encountered a variety of wild Pokémon, their skills sharpened by the challenging terrain. At the observatory, they met Molayne, a dedicated researcher and trainer. Molayne introduced them to the observatory's facilities and shared insights into the island's unique Pokémon habitats. He also offered them a chance to battle in the observatory's training grounds, a challenge they eagerly accepted. The battle against Molayne's Steel-type Pokémon was a test of their adaptability and strategic thinking. Pikachu's agility and Garchomp's strength were put to the test against Molayne's formidable team, including his sturdy Magneton and powerful Metang. Cynthia and Ash's ability to coordinate their attacks and counter Molayne's defenses ultimately led them to victory. With their confidence bolstered, Cynthia and Ash continued their exploration of Alola Island. They ventured to Tapu Village, a serene settlement near the Ruins of Abundance, where they sought to learn more about Tapu Bulu, the island's guardian deity. The villagers shared stories of Tapu Bulu's protective nature and the trials faced by those who sought its blessing. At the Ruins of Abundance, Cynthia and Ash approached the ancient altar with a sense of reverence. The ruins, surrounded by lush vegetation and serene landscapes, exuded a tranquil yet powerful aura. As they offered their respects, they felt a deep connection to the island's spiritual heritage, their bond with their Pokémon strengthened by the guardian deity's presence. Their journey then took them to Po Town, a desolate settlement overtaken by Team Skull, a group of rebellious trainers. The town's dilapidated buildings and eerie atmosphere stood in stark contrast to the island's natural beauty. Determined to restore peace, Cynthia and Ash confronted Team Skull's leader, Guzma, and his gang. The battles against Team Skull were intense, with Pikachu and Garchomp facing off against Guzma's formidable Golisopod and his gang's varied Pokémon. Cynthia and Ash's determination and strategic prowess allowed them to outmaneuver their opponents, ultimately driving Team Skull out of Po Town and restoring order. Their efforts earned them the gratitude of the townspeople and the respect of the island's authorities. As they prepared to leave Po Town, they reflected on the challenges they had faced and the strength they had gained through their trials. Their next destination was Mount Lanakila, the highest peak in Alola and the site of the Pokémon League. The journey to the summit was a grueling test of endurance, with steep slopes and powerful wild Pokémon challenging their every step. Cynthia and Ash's determination and teamwork carried them through, their bond with Pikachu and Garchomp driving them forward. At the summit, they were greeted by Professor Kukui, who invited them to participate in the Elite Four challenge. The Elite Four, composed of Alola's strongest trainers, presented a formidable test of their skills and strategies. Cynthia and Ash accepted the challenge, eager to prove their strength and honor the bonds they had forged with their Pokémon. The battles against the Elite Four were a series of intense confrontations, each trainer presenting unique strategies and powerful Pokémon. Pikachu and Garchomp faced off against a diverse array of opponents, including Acerola's ghostly Mimikyu, Kahili's agile Toucanon, and Olivia's sturdy Lycanroc. Cynthia and Ash's ability to adapt and coordinate their attacks allowed them to overcome each challenge, emerging victorious in every battle. With the Elite Four defeated, they faced the final challenge, a battle against Professor Kukui himself. The Professor's team, a mix of powerful and diverse Pokémon, presented the ultimate test of their skills and their bond with their Pokémon. The battle was fierce, with both sides demonstrating exceptional strategy and determination. In the climactic moments of the battle, Pikachu and Garchomp unleashed their full potential, their Z moves delivering the decisive blows that secured their victory. The arena erupted in applause, the audience acknowledging their incredible achievement. Cynthia and Ash stood victorious, their hearts filled with pride and fulfillment. Their journey through Alola had tested their strength, their wisdom, and their bond with their Pokémon. They had grown as trainers and as friends, their experiences shaping them into stronger, more capable individuals. As they descended from Mount Lanakila, they were greeted by the warm applause of the spectators and the congratulations of their friends and allies. Professor Kukui, with a proud smile, presented them with the title of Alola's champions, a recognition of their skill and determination. The celebration that followed was a joyous occasion, filled with laughter, music, and the warmth of friendship. Cynthia and Ash reflected on their journey, the challenges they had overcome, and the bond they had forged with Pikachu and Garchomp. Their hearts were filled with gratitude for the experiences they had shared and the friends they had made along the way. As the celebration came to an end, they looked toward the horizon, their eyes filled with the promise of new adventures and discoveries. With Pikachu and Garchomp by their sides, they knew that their journey was far from over. The world of Pokémon was vast and full of mysteries, and they were eager to explore it together. With the sun setting on their time in Alola, Cynthia and Ash set sail for new horizons, their hearts filled with hope and excitement for the future. Their bond, forged in the fires of battle and strengthened by their shared experiences, would carry them forward, guiding them on their path as Pokémon trainers and friends. As the dawn broke over the horizon, casting a golden hue across the calm ocean waters, Cynthia and Ash stood at the bow of the ship, their hearts filled with anticipation. They were on their way to Sinnoh, Cynthia's home region. For Ash, this trip was an exciting opportunity to explore new challenges and revisit old friends and places from his previous journey. For Cynthia, it was a return to her roots, with Ash by her side this time, ready to share her world and experiences. Their journey had started with an impromptu decision at a cafe in Hau'oli City. After the celebrations of becoming Alola's champions, Cynthia and Ash had spent hours discussing their future plans, the Pokémon they still wanted to train, and the regions they wanted to explore. The conversation naturally turned to Sinnoh, a region rich in history, mystery, and formidable challenges. It was Cynthia's home turf, and Ash had competed there before, earning a solid reputation. The idea of exploring Sinnoh together, blending Cynthia's deep knowledge and Ash's adventurous spirit, seemed like the perfect next step in their journey. The ship ride was a serene prelude to the adventures awaiting them in Sinnoh. They passed the time discussing strategies, reminiscing about their favorite battles in Alola, and making plans for their Sinnoh expedition. Cynthia spoke about the region's unique Pokémon and the legendary figures like Dialga and Palkia, while Ash shared his memories of battles and friends he had made during his previous journey through Sinnoh. Their arrival in Kanalev City was marked by a bustling port and the scent of the sea. The city's historic charm, with its ancient library and sturdy stone buildings, welcomed them with open arms. Cynthia's eyes gleamed with nostalgia as she led Ash through the cobblestone streets, pointing out landmarks and sharing anecdotes from her youth. Their first stop was the Kanalev Library, a repository of Sinnoh's rich history and lore. Cynthia's enthusiasm was infectious as she guided Ash through the labyrinthine halls, showing him rare manuscripts and ancient texts about Sinnoh's legends. After spending hours immersed in the library's treasures, they decided to explore the city. The Iron Island caught their attention, a place known for its rugged terrain and rich deposits of iron ore. They took a ferry to the island, eager to test their skills against the tough wild Pokémon that inhabited the caves. The island's network of tunnels and caverns was a challenging maze, but Cynthia and Ash navigated it with confidence, battling and catching several Steel-type Pokémon along the way. Their teamwork, honed through countless battles, made them a formidable pair, able to handle the island's toughest challenges. The next day, they headed to Orberg City, known for its coal mines and the first gym challenge for many aspiring trainers. As they approached the gym, they encountered Rourke, the gym leader, who welcomed them warmly. Rourke was impressed by their reputation and eager to test their skills. The battle that ensued was a thrilling display of strategy and power. Rourke's team of Rock-type Pokémon put up a fierce fight, but Cynthia's Garchomp and Ash's Pikachu were more than up to the task. The match ended with a spectacular clash between Rourke's Rampardos and Garchomp, with Garchomp emerging victorious. Rourke congratulated them on their victory and presented Ash with the Coal Badge, adding another accomplishment to his collection. Their journey continued to Floroma Town, a place renowned for its beautiful meadows and fragrant flowers. The town's tranquil atmosphere was a welcome respite from their rigorous battles. They spent a leisurely day exploring the fields of blooming flowers, catching bug and grass-type Pokémon, and enjoying the local honey delicacies. Floroma's residents were warm and welcoming, eager to share their stories and traditions with the visitors. Cynthia and Ash took part in a local festival, learning traditional dances and trying their hand at making flower garlands. Their next destination was Eterna City, home to another gym in the Eterna Forest, a place shrouded in mystery and legends. As they entered the city, they were struck by its ancient aura, with towering trees and the grand Eterna Gym at its heart. They met Gardenia, the gym leader, a cheerful and energetic trainer with a love for grass-type Pokémon. The battle with Gardenia was a vivid contrast of styles, with her graceful grass types facing off against Cynthia's powerful Garchomp and Ash's agile Pikachu. The match was intense, but their combined strategies and quick thinking led them to victory, earning Ash the Forest Badge. Eterna Forest was next on their itinerary. The forest's dense canopy and winding paths created a sense of wonder and mystery. They teamed up to explore its depths, encountering wild Pokémon and discovering hidden groves and ancient ruins. The forest was a haven for bug and grass-type Pokémon, and they took the opportunity to train and catch several new additions to their team. Their exploration led them to the old chateau, an eerie mansion rumored to be haunted. Despite its spooky reputation, Cynthia and Ash bravely ventured inside, battling ghost-type Pokémon and uncovering the mansion's secrets. Their journey then took them to Hearthome City, a vibrant metropolis known for its contests and the Amity Square, where trainers could relax with their Pokémon. They arrived just in time for the annual Hearthome contest, a grand event showcasing the beauty and grace of Pokémon. Cynthia, intrigued by the idea, decided to enter the contest with her Melodic, while Ash, initially reluctant, was convinced by Cynthia to participate with Pikachu. The contest was a dazzling display of creativity and coordination, with trainers and their Pokémon performing stunning routines. Cynthia's Melodic enchanted the audience with its elegant moves, while Pikachu's energetic performance won the hearts of the judges. To their delight, Cynthia won the contest, with Ash securing a close second place. The experience deepened their appreciation for the artistic side of Pokémon training. In Hearthome City, they also visited the local gym, led by Fantina, a master of ghost-type Pokémon. The gym's eerie atmosphere and tricky puzzles challenged their nerves and wits. The battle with Fantina was a thrilling encounter, with her team of spectral Pokémon testing their skills and strategies. Cynthia's Garchomp and Ash's Pikachu once again proved their mettle, overcoming Fantina's Mismagius and earning Ash the Relic Badge. Their adventure continued to Solacean Town, a quiet village known for its Pokémon daycare and the nearby Solacean ruins. They visited the daycare, where they learned about breeding and raising Pokémon, and spent some time training their team. The Solacean ruins, a mysterious complex of ancient tunnels and chambers, piqued their curiosity. As they explored the ruins, they encountered wild unknown and deciphered ancient texts that hinted at Sinnoh's storied past. The path led them next to Veilstone City, a bustling urban center with a prominent department store and a formidable gym. They met Maylene, the gym leader, whose team of fighting-type Pokémon presented a formidable challenge. The battle was intense, with Maylene's Lucario putting up a fierce fight against Cynthia's Garchomp. In a stunning display of power and strategy, they managed to defeat Maylene's team, earning Ash the Cobble badge. Veilstone City's towering structures and vibrant markets offered a change of pace from their usual explorations. They spent some time shopping for supplies and training their Pokémon in the city's numerous battle arenas. The city's nightlife provided a lively backdrop, with Cynthia and Ash enjoying the local cuisine and entertainment. Their next destination was Pastoria City, home to the Great Marsh and the Water-type gym led by Crasher Wake. The marsh, a sprawling wetland filled with rare Pokémon, provided ample opportunities for training and catching new additions to their team. They navigated the marsh's tricky terrain, battling wild Pokémon and honing their skills. Crasher Wake's gym was a grand arena designed to challenge trainers with its water-type Pokémon and dynamic battlefield. The battle with Crasher Wake was a fierce contest of strength and tactics, with his Floatzel posing a significant challenge. Cynthia's Garchomp and Ash's Pikachu rose to the occasion, employing clever strategies to overcome Crasher Wake's team and secure the Fen badge. Their journey then led them to Celestic Town, a small village known for its ancient ruins and deep connections to Sinnoh's history. Cynthia's grandmother, the town's elder, welcomed them warmly, sharing tales of the town's heritage and the legendary Pokémon of Sinnoh. The town's serene atmosphere and rich history offered a reflective respite from their rigorous battles. They explored the Celestic ruins, uncovering ancient murals and learning more about the region's legendary Pokémon. Their adventure continued to Canalave City, where they revisited the Canalave Library for further research on Sinnoh's myths and legends. The city's historic charm and bustling port offered a blend of old and new experiences. They took the opportunity to relax and prepare for their upcoming challenges, including the Canalave Gym. The battle with Byron, the gym leader, was a test of their adaptability and strategic thinking. Byron's team of Steel-type Pokémon, including his powerful Bastiodon, posed a significant challenge. Cynthia's Garchomp and Ash's Pikachu once again demonstrated their prowess, employing clever tactics to overcome Byron's defenses and earning Ash the Mine badge. Their next destination was Snowpoint City, a remote and snowy city known for its Ice-type gym and the nearby Snowpoint Temple. The journey through the snow-covered routes and icy terrain was a test of their endurance and resilience. They encountered numerous Ice-type Pokémon, training and catching several new additions to their team. The Snowpoint Gym, led by Candace, was a frigid arena designed to challenge trainers with its Ice-type Pokémon and slippery battlefield. The battle with Candace was a thrilling encounter, with her team of Ice-types, including her formidable Abomasnow, testing Cynthia and Ash's skills and strategies to their limits. Candace's Abomasnow, with its powerful Blizzard and Woodhammer attacks, created a daunting obstacle. The icy battlefield added an extra layer of difficulty, making every step treacherous and every move crucial. Cynthia's Garchomp, with its resistance to Ice-type moves due to its Dragon typing, took on the challenge head-on. The battle became a dance of precision and power, with Garchomp's Dragon Claw and Earthquake countering Abomasnow's relentless offense. Meanwhile, Ash's Pikachu, though vulnerable to Ice-type attacks, used its agility and quick thinking to dodge and counterattack. Pikachu's Iron Tail and Thunderbolt provided the critical edge needed to weaken Abomasnow. The battle was intense, with both sides displaying incredible tenacity. In the end, a well-coordinated combination of Garchomp's Fire Fang and Pikachu's Volt Tackle secured their victory, earning Ash the Icicle badge. The victory in Snowpoint City wasn't just about adding another badge to Ash's collection but also about demonstrating their growth and adaptability as trainers. They spent some time in the city, exploring its snowy landscape and interacting with the local community. The city's serene beauty, with its snow-covered trees and crystal-clear ice, offered a tranquil setting for reflection and planning their next moves. Their next adventure took them to the mysterious Snowpoint Temple. The temple, an ancient structure carved into the icy mountain, was rumored to house powerful Pokémon and ancient secrets. The journey to the temple was a treacherous one, with icy winds and challenging terrain testing their endurance. Inside, they navigated the labyrinthine corridors, battling wild Pokémon and solving ancient puzzles. Their exploration led them to a confrontation with Regigigas, the colossal Pokémon said to slumber within the temple. The battle was a monumental challenge, with Regigigas's immense strength and unique abilities pushing Cynthia and Ash to their limits. Through a combination of strategy, teamwork, and sheer determination, they managed to subdue Regigigas, adding a significant accomplishment to their journey. With the Snowpoint Gym conquered and their exploration of the temple complete, Cynthia and Ash turned their sights to the next challenge: the Pokémon League. Their journey had taken them through rigorous battles, deep explorations, and enriching cultural experiences. They decided to take a brief respite in Hearthome City, where they could prepare for the final leg of their journey. Hearthome City's lively atmosphere and diverse attractions provided a perfect setting for their preparations. They revisited the Amity Square, spending time with their Pokémon and refining their strategies. They also took the opportunity to revisit the Hearthome Contest Hall, reflecting on their previous contest experiences and enjoying the performances of other trainers. Their next destination was the Sinnoh League's headquarters at the base of Mount Coronet. The journey through Mount Coronet was a significant challenge, with its complex cave systems, treacherous terrain, and wild Pokémon. They navigated the mountain with a blend of caution and determination, battling wild Pokémon and training rigorously. The mountain's majestic peaks and ancient ruins provided a fitting backdrop for their final preparations. At the base of Mount Coronet, they arrived at the Sinnoh League's headquarters, a grand complex designed to test the skills of the region's top trainers. The Sinnoh League was a prestigious tournament, attracting the best trainers from across the region and beyond. Cynthia, as the reigning champion, was an integral part of the league, and Ash, with his collection of gym badges, was a formidable contender. The league's opening ceremonies were a spectacle of grandeur, with trainers from all over the region gathering to compete. The atmosphere was electric, filled with anticipation and excitement. Cynthia and Ash felt the weight of their journey and the expectations of their supporters. As the tournament progressed, they faced a series of intense battles, each one more challenging than the last. Ash's path through the tournament was marked by strategic battles and remarkable displays of skill. His team, honed through countless battles and rigorous training, faced a diverse array of opponents. Each battle was a test of his adaptability and strategic thinking, with his Pokémon showcasing their unique abilities and teamwork. Pikachu, as his trusted partner, played a pivotal role in his victories, demonstrating agility, power, and an unbreakable bond with Ash. Cynthia, though already a champion, participated in exhibition matches, providing thrilling battles that showcased her prowess and deep understanding of Pokémon battling. Her matches were a spectacle of grace and power, with her Garchomp leading the charge against some of the league's toughest challengers. Her participation added prestige and excitement to the tournament, inspiring both competitors and spectators. As Ash progressed through the tournament, he faced increasingly formidable opponents. His battles were a blend of strategy, skill, and sheer determination. Each victory brought him closer to the ultimate challenge. Facing Cynthia, the champion of Sinnoh. The prospect of battling Cynthia was both thrilling and daunting. Their bond had grown stronger through their journey, and the idea of facing each other in battle was a culmination of their shared experiences and growth. The final match of the tournament was held in the Grand Stadium, with spectators from across the region gathered to witness the climactic battle. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation as Ash and Cynthia took their positions on the battlefield. The match was a spectacle of strategy, power, and emotional intensity. Ash's team, led by Pikachu, faced off against Cynthia's formidable lineup, with Garchomp as her ace. The battle was a testament to their growth and the bond they had forged. Pikachu's agility and quick thinking were on full display, countering Garchomp's powerful attacks with lightning-fast moves. The battle was a dance of strategy and counter-strategy, with each side pushing the other to their limits. Cynthia's Garchomp unleashed a barrage of powerful moves, testing Pikachu's resilience and Ash's strategic acumen. In a climactic moment, Pikachu and Garchomp clashed in a final showdown, their moves creating a spectacular display of energy and power. The battle reached its zenith as Pikachu and Garchomp unleashed their final moves. Pikachu's Thunderbolt clashed with Garchomp's Dragon Rush, creating a dazzling explosion of light and energy. When the dust settled, Pikachu stood victorious, having overcome Garchomp in a stunning display of skill and determination. The crowd erupted in applause, celebrating the culmination of an epic journey and the crowning of Ash as the new champion of Sinnoh. The victory was a moment of profound significance for Ash. His journey through Sinnoh had been a test of his skills, determination, and growth as a trainer. Standing as the champion, he reflected on the battles he had fought, the challenges he had overcome, and the friendships he had forged. Cynthia, though defeated, was proud of Ash's achievement, recognizing the depth of his growth and the strength of his spirit. The closing ceremonies of the Sinnoh League were a celebration of triumph and camaraderie. Ash's victory was celebrated with fanfare, with trainers and spectators congratulating him on his remarkable achievement. Cynthia, as the former champion, handed over the ceremonial trophy, acknowledging Ash's accomplishment with a mixture of pride and admiration. With the tournament concluded, Cynthia and Ash spent some time reflecting on their journey and planning their next steps. Their bond had grown stronger through their shared experiences, and they looked forward to new adventures and challenges. The Sinnoh League had been a defining moment in their journey, but it was also a prelude to the many adventures that awaited them. Their journey through Sinnoh had been a blend of exploration, battle, and discovery. From the historic towns and ancient ruins to the grand stadiums and challenging battles, they had experienced the richness of Sinnoh's culture and the depth of its challenges. As they looked forward to their next adventure, they carried with them the lessons learned and the bonds forged through their journey. Cynthia and Ash's partnership, built on trust, respect, and a shared passion for Pokémon, had been the cornerstone of their journey. Together, they had explored new horizons, faced formidable challenges, and celebrated remarkable victories. Their journey through Sinnoh was a testament to their growth and the strength of their bond, setting the stage for the many adventures that lay ahead. Cynthia and Ash reflecting on their recent experiences. With Ash now crowned as the Sinnoh champion, they decided to take a well-deserved break to explore the region further, deepening their bond and preparing for the next phase of their journey. They planned to visit some of Sinnoh's most iconic locations and then return to Alola, their adventures in Sinnoh having concluded. Their journey began with a visit to the Spear Pillar on Mount Coronet. The trek up the mountain was a blend of awe and challenge, the sheer cliffs and ancient ruins providing a majestic backdrop to their ascent. They reached the Spear Pillar, the place where the legendary Pokémon Dialga and Palkia were said to have appeared. Cynthia, with her deep knowledge of Sinnoh's lore, explained the significance of the Spear Pillar, recounting the myths and legends associated with it. Ash listened intently, his eyes shining with curiosity and wonder. The setting sun cast a golden glow over the ancient stones, adding a mystical aura to the sight. From there, they decided to explore the Send-Off Spring, a hidden and often overlooked location in Sinnoh. The journey was arduous, the path winding through dense forests and rocky terrain. The spring itself was a serene and secluded spot, surrounded by towering cliffs and lush greenery. The peaceful atmosphere provided a perfect setting for relaxation and reflection. They set up a small camp, and as night fell, they sat by a crackling fire, sharing stories and dreams. Cynthia's demeanor was calm and reflective, her usually intense and competitive spirit softened by the tranquility of the surroundings. Ash, meanwhile, was animated and enthusiastic, his youthful energy providing a lively contrast to the serene setting. Their next destination was the resort area, known for its luxurious accommodations and vibrant community of skilled trainers. The contrast between the rugged adventure of their previous days and the comfort of the resort was striking. They indulged in the local amenities, enjoying the warm sand and the clear waters of the local beach. The resort's battle facilities also provided opportunities for informal battles and training sessions, which they eagerly participated in. The local trainers were skilled, and the battles were both challenging and fun. The combination of relaxation and competition added a refreshing dynamic to their journey. They then traveled to the fight area, a part of the battle zone that was renowned for its challenging trainers and rigorous battles. The fight area was bustling with activity. Trainers from all over Sinnoh gathered to test their skills. Cynthia and Ash entered the local battle tower, taking on the gauntlet of formidable trainers. The battles were intense, each victory hard-earned through strategy and skill. Cynthia's Garchomp and Ash's Pikachu once again proved to be a formidable team, their bond and coordination unmatched. The experience was both exhilarating and exhausting, pushing them to their limits and beyond. Their adventure in the battle zone continued as they moved to the survival area. This part of the region was known for its harsh environment and the survival skills required to navigate it. They faced wild Pokémon and natural challenges, their journey through the rugged landscape testing their endurance and resourcefulness. The survival area's battle frontier offered a different kind of challenge, with unique battle formats and unpredictable opponents. The battles were unconventional, often requiring them to think on their feet and adapt quickly. Their teamwork and quick thinking were crucial in overcoming these challenges, adding to their growing list of accomplishments. Finally, they made their way to the Sinnoh Grand Festival, held in the scenic Vista Lighthouse area. The festival was a celebration of Pokémon contests, showcasing the beauty and grace of Pokémon performances. Cynthia and Ash participated in the event, their Pokémon displaying dazzling moves and combinations. Cynthia's melodic and Ash's Pikachu captivated the audience with their routines, blending elegance and power in a mesmerizing display. The festival was a joyous and colorful conclusion to their journey throh Sinnoh, a testament to their growth as trainers and performers. With their Sinnoh adventure complete, they decided to return to Alola, eager to share their experiences and reconnect with their friends. Their journey back was filled with anticipation, the memories of their travels providing a rich tapestry of experiences to draw upon. They arrived in Alola to a warm welcome from their friends and colleagues at the Pokemon School. The reunion was a celebration of friendship and shared adventures, with stories and laughter filling the air. Back in Alola, they settled into a routine of training, teaching, and exploring. Their bond had grown stronger through their shared experiences, and their teamwork was now seamless. Cynthia, though still fiercely competitive, had developed a softer side, her intense focus balanced by her growing affection for Ash. Ash, in turn, had matured as a trainer, his skills and strategic thinking honed through his battles and experiences. Their days in Alola were filled with a blend of training and leisure. They participated in local events, helped students at the Pokemon School, and explored the region's natural beauty. The Alolan landscape, with its lush jungles, volcanic peaks, and crystal-clear waters, provided endless opportunities for adventure and discovery. They often took to the skies on Cynthia's Garchomp or Ash's Charizard, exploring remote islands and hidden coves. The freedom of flight and the thrill of discovery added a new dimension to their bond, each flight an adventure in itself. Their evenings were often spent together, reflecting on their day's activities and planning future adventures. They would sit by the beach, watching the sun set over the horizon, the gentle sound of the waves providing a soothing backdrop to their conversations. Cynthia's demeanor was warm and affectionate, her yandere tendencies tempered by the serenity of the setting and her deepening bond with Ash. Ash, ever the optimist, shared his dreams of future battles and adventures, his enthusiasm infectious. One evening, as they watched the sun dip below the horizon, Cynthia turned to Ash, her expression thoughtful. She spoke about her journey as a trainer, her triumphs and challenges, and her growing feelings for him. Her words were sincere and heartfelt, her usual intensity softened by her affection. Ash, though surprised, responded with equal sincerity, expressing his admiration and respect for her as a trainer and a friend. Their conversation deepened their understanding of each other, their bond evolving into something more profound. Their relationship blossomed in the weeks that followed, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. They supported each other in their training, shared their dreams and fears, and enjoyed the simple pleasures of life in Alola. Their competitive spirits now complemented by their mutual affection and respect, creating a harmonious balance in their relationship. They participated in local tournaments and events, their teamwork and strategies impressing both friends and rivals alike. Their partnership was now more than just a collaboration between trainers, it was a deep and enduring connection that enriched their lives and their journey. Their final challenge in Alola came in the form of a grand tournament held in honor of the region's legendary Pokemon. The tournament attracted trainers from all over the world, each eager to prove their skills and claim the title. Cynthia and Ash entered the tournament as a team, their bond and strategies put to the ultimate test. The battles were fierce, each victory hard-earned through a blend of strategy, skill, and teamwork. Their opponents were formidable, but their partnership proved stronger, each battle strengthening their bond and sharpening their skills. The tournament's final battle was a spectacle of strategy and power, with Cynthia's Garchomp and Ash's Pikachu facing off against a legendary Pokemon duo. The battle was intense, each move calculated and countered with precision. The crowd watched in awe as Cynthia and Ash coordinated their attacks, their Pokemon moving in perfect harmony. The climax of the battle saw Pikachu and Garchomp combining their strengths in a final, decisive move, securing their victory and the tournament title. The crowd erupted in applause, celebrating their remarkable achievement and the depth of their partnership. The tournament victory was a fitting conclusion to their journey in Alola, a testament to their growth and their enduring bond. Their friends and colleagues celebrated their success, the tournament's closing ceremonies a joyous occasion filled with laughter and camaraderie. Cynthia and Ash, though exhausted, were exhilarated by their achievement and the journey that had led them there. As the celebrations wound down, Cynthia and Ash took a moment to reflect on their journey. They stood by the beach, the moonlight casting a silvery glow over the waves. They spoke about their adventures, their growth as trainers, and their deepening bond. Their journey, filled with challenges and triumphs, had brought them closer, their partnership evolving into a deep and enduring connection. They made a promise to continue their journey together, exploring new regions, facing new challenges, and creating new memories. Their final days in Alola were filled with preparation and anticipation for their next adventure. They packed their bags, bid farewell to their friends, and set their sights on new horizons. Their bond, now stronger than ever, provided a foundation for their future adventures. They left Alola with a sense of excitement and hope, eager to explore the world together and create new stories. Their departure from Alola marked the beginning of a new chapter in their journey. As they boarded the ship that would take them to their next destination, they looked forward to the adventures that lay ahead. Their journey had been one of growth, discovery, and deepening connection, a testament to their strength as trainers and their bond as partners. Together, they were ready to face whatever challenges the future held, their hearts filled with hope and excitement for the adventures to come. Cynthia and Ash's journey was far from over. Their partnership, forged through trials and triumphs, was a testament to their growth and their enduring bond. They left Alola with a promise to each other to continue their journey together, exploring new regions, facing new challenges, and creating new memories. Their future was bright, their hearts filled with hope and excitement for the adventures that awaited them. And so, hand in hand, they set off on a new adventure, their bond unbreakable and their spirits soaring with the promise of the unknown. The ship cut through the waves, leaving Alola's shores behind as Cynthia and Ash stood at the bow, the wind tousling their hair. They watched as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, a fitting farewell to the region that had brought them closer together. Their destination was the Kalos region, renowned for its rich culture, breathtaking landscapes, and vibrant Pokémon League. As the ship sailed onward, Cynthia and Ash eagerly discussed their plans for Kalos. They spoke of visiting Lumiose City, the bustling metropolis at the heart of the region, and exploring the Kalos region's diverse ecosystems, from the majestic mountains of Snowbelt to the serene shores of Azure Bay. Kalos was also home to the Pokémon Showcase, a dazzling spectacle where performers showcased their Pokémon's beauty and grace. Cynthia, intrigued by the idea of combining her battling skills with performance, expressed interest in participating. Ash, always supportive of her ambitions, encouraged her to pursue her dreams wholeheartedly. Their journey through Kalos was a whirlwind of excitement and discovery. They explored Lumiose City's bustling streets, visited the historic Prism Tower, and marveled at the beauty of the Lumiose Museum's exhibits. They battled gym leaders such as Viola, Grant, and Karina, each battle pushing their skills to new heights and earning them gym badges as tokens of their victories. In Santaloon City, they encountered the enchanting world of Pokémon contests. Cynthia's melodic and Ash's Pikachu dazzled the audience with their elegant moves and heartfelt performances. Cynthia's passion for showcasing her Pokémon's beauty and grace shone through, earning her admiration and respect from fellow performers and spectators alike. Ash, too, found joy in the artistry of Pokémon contests, his Pikachu's dynamic performances capturing the hearts of the audience. Their journey through Kalos was not without challenges. Team Flare, a mysterious and sinister organization, posed a threat to the region's peace and harmony. Cynthia and Ash found themselves drawn into the conflict, uncovering Team Flare's nefarious plans and thwarting their schemes at every turn. Their battles against Team Flare's operatives were intense and high stakes, each victory bringing them closer to unraveling the organization's secrets. Amidst the chaos, Cynthia and Ash found moments of tranquility and camaraderie. They visited the Parfum Palace, attended the Pokeball Factory's tour, and explored the mysterious Reflection Cave. These serene interludes provided opportunities for reflection and bonding, deepening their connection as they faced the challenges ahead. Their journey through Kalos culminated in the Kalos League, the pinnacle of competitive battling in the region. Ash entered the tournament with determination and resolve, his goal set on becoming the Kalos champion. Cynthia, as his steadfast supporter and mentor, cheered him on from the sidelines, her faith in his abilities unwavering. The Kalos League battles were grueling and exhilarating, each opponent pushing Ash to his limits. His battles against rivals such as Sawyer, Alon, and the formidable champion Diantha showcased his growth as a trainer and the strength of his bond with Pikachu. Cynthia watched with pride as Ash faced each challenge with courage and tenacity, his strategies evolving with each battle. The final match of the Kalos League was a showdown of epic proportions. Ash stood across the battlefield from Diantha, her Mega Gardevoir radiating power and elegance. Pikachu, Ash's trusted partner and friend, faced off against Gardevoir with determination in his eyes. The battle was a masterclass in strategy and skill, each move calculated and executed with precision. In a climactic moment, Pikachu unleashed a devastating thunderbolt, overcoming Gardevoir's defenses and securing victory for Ash. The crowd erupted in cheers, celebrating Ash's triumph and the culmination of his journey through Kalos. Cynthia rushed onto the battlefield, embracing Ash in a congratulatory hug, her eyes shining with pride and joy. As the Kalos League concluded, Cynthia and Ash took a moment to reflect on their journey. They stood atop Prism Tower, overlooking the city of Lumiose spread out below them. The lights of the city twinkled in the evening sky, a testament to their accomplishments and the bonds they had forged along the way. Their journey through Kalos had been a testament to their growth as trainers and partners. They had faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and celebrated victories together. Their bond, forged through trials and triumphs, had grown stronger with each passing day, their mutual respect and admiration deepening into something more profound. As they looked toward the future, Cynthia and Ash knew that their journey was far from over. They had conquered Sinnoh and Kalos, but new adventures awaited them in regions beyond. Their hearts were filled with excitement and anticipation for the next chapter of their journey, eager to explore new regions, face new challenges, and create new memories together. Hand in hand, Cynthia and Ash descended from Prism Tower, their hearts united in their shared passion for Pokémon and their unwavering determination to continue their journey together. The road ahead was uncertain, but they faced it with courage and optimism, knowing that as long as they were together, anything was possible. And so, their journey continued, their bond stronger than ever as they set their sights on new horizons and the promise of countless adventures yet to come. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now we will see you in the next video.